Hi, this is a quick video demo on how to do the file programming assignment. And I'm sharing with you the instruction for how to do it. Basically, all I'm asking you to do is to create a simple text file with your name on it, and then save it on your desktop. Okay. And then I'd like you to name it this way so that we'll all have the same file name. And then start your Python, and then you can save that in a different location than desktop, which it usually is. And I'll show you where mine is at. But write a Python program to do the following, right? So basically, I'd like you to read the data from the file and output it. So that should be pretty straightforward. And then secondly, write the Lewis University to the file, and then output it as well. Okay. Read the data from the file and output it. So here you will see your name and the Lewis University at the end. Okay. So let me go ahead and show that to you. So here is the file that I just created. I used the notepad, and so if you just open it up, it just shows you that there's a name John Doe here. Okay, so I'm gonna just close that out. But if you right click on it and look at the properties, you will see that it is a note created by a notepad, and that it is a text document. And here is the file location, which you will need a little bit later. Okay. All right. So that's that. I'm going to start the Python and write my code. So I just started my Python PyCharm to do my Python programming, and basically this is my code for the first part at least. And so let me go over that with you. So I'm going to I'm going to open a file, and inside I have two attributes here. I need to provide the file path and where that file is located. Notice that it is a double slashes. I am using Windows, and so if you're using Mac OS, the slash probably would be the other way, all right? And then I need to provide the exact name of the file, including the extension, all enclosed in the quotation mark with a comma. And then the reason for opening this file, I'm opening to read, so I'm going to say R, also enclosed in the quotation mark. If you're not sure about the syntax, you can look up online and go get the syntax here. Here is the W3 School Python on file operations, and it will show you how to open with different attributes for reading and writing, appending, and stuff like that, and get the syntax on how it should look like. Okay, so that's what I'm doing on the first line, number 7 here. I'm opening this particular file to read. Second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to read that file, using the read command for the file, and then I'm going to print it. Okay, so I'm doing two things at one time. And then lastly, after you're done with all the operations, you should close the file. This you can say F1, F2, it doesn't really matter. But since I'm only working with one file, I just left it as a single letter F. But I can use a close command, but you need to provide the file that you're closing. So if I'm ready to run. So I'm going to click on the run icon here. So when I click on it, as you can see, it tells me a little bit about my file path of the program and stuff like that. And then it spits out the answer here. So that matches. Let me bring up my file here. Whoops. No, doesn't say. Let me make it a little bit smaller here. And then where is that file here? Here's the file here. And bring this up a little bit. And so you can see, but when I double click on it, as we saw before, basically that's all there is. Okay, so that's all you have to do for the first part. And let me move this out of the way so I can come back to this one in a sec. Second part was to write the Lewis University and then read the whole thing and spit it back out, right? So let me do that right now. Okay, so I added these two additional parts after closing the file, and I'm going to open it again, same file name, but I'm going to say I'm going to append. And I'm going to put a line break, a new line by writing a blank line there with a /n, and I'm going to append the Lewis University, and then I'm going to close it. There is a more efficient way of doing it, but I wanted to show you, you know, a explicit way of how to do each one of those parts. So now I'm going to open it again to read the same location and the file name. And basically all I'm going to do is to read that from the file. I'm going to print it and I'm going to close it. There are different reading functions that you can do, but this particular read, it reads the entire file. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just run this program by clicking on this green triangle. So when I click on it, you will see that it spits out John Doe. This part here is from the first one, and the second one it reads the whole file. So it reads it wrote the Lewis University, but it's reading and printing the whole thing. So it reads the John Doe and Lewis University. If you open up the file again, this is what you see, and so it kind of gives you a confirmation. All right. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you, and you can do it more efficiently. You can play it a little bit differently, but take some appropriate screenshots and submit them. Okay. Hopefully this was useful for you. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Thank you, and bye for now.